Hi everyone, this is James, and I wanted to give you an update on BitClub Network. Actually, this is a company that we joined really quite a long time ago. I don't recall if it was the end of October 2014 or the beginning of November. That's certainly when we funded it. And in all transparency, I actually have four accounts in BitClub Network, actually six now. Uh, just realized that because I just got three in the last couple of weeks. But we got one. My wife Grace and I joined uh, in late 2014, and my wife's account is a passive one, so we've never marketed it or anything. And I'm not going to market it now, but I thought it'd be interesting to show it to you because there are a lot of people out there that just like passive income and passive opportunities. And so I thought I'd show you what the power of the opportunity is in BitClub Network. And it will give you a good idea if you would join passively, what would be a possibility for you over the course of time. So without further ado, let me go over here to my wife's account. And this is the mining and earnings part of it. So it has a welcome page, of course, and you can get an introduction. You get all kinds of information. It gives you information about your account. It keeps track of the different wallets you have. There's something called Club Coin, which is an internal one. It has a really small value right now, but you can also buy Ethereum. I just bought $1,000 worth of Ethereum on another account recently. But as you can see here, this account, my wife's account, now is a founder account because it has holdings in all three. But we didn't do it that way initially. And it gives you marketing pages and news and so forth and so on. I'm just going to click on here, mining earnings. And what I'd like to show you is that in BitClub Network, there's three different accounts. So mining pool number one, as you'll see from the information, you enter for $500 and whatever that is in Bitcoin at the time. So you buy a certain number of Bitcoin. And at the time, and then mining pool number two is $1,000, and mining pool number three is $2,000. And we bought these at three different times. So actually, let me show you because you can see. I guess I was right. It was October when we joined. So her first one that she purchased, we only got her a $500 account in the beginning, and that one expired, but it ran from October 22, 2014, and we have another one that will expire in about 3.5 months, it looks like. So it's got 117 days. These run for quite a long period of time. So let me just give you a brief idea, sort of what's been happening with this account. But what here I'd like you to see. So we started with $500 in this mining pool, and since October 2014, it's earned total earnings of 3.29. So what is that? A return on investment on $500. I'm just going to let's go to CoinDesk. Oops, desk. There it is. And see how much that would be worth. This is a great place for information, by the way, if you just want to get some ideas. So the Bitcoin price index, or the, I didn't want that one. I wanted the calculator. The Bitcoin calculator. So if you're thinking in dollar terms, and I don't think you should. No thanks. Yeah. There we go. Okay. What you want to do is, I know it's easy to think in dollars. So here, even if you have only $500 to invest, this is what I wanted to show you. So we've been in about 2.5 years. End of October, now it's beginning of April. So that's probably exactly 2.5 years, actually. and $500 has now become $3,800. Now, what about half of that is probably due to um, the value of Bitcoin going up as well. But a good chunk of that is just because of the mining. So I think you can see the power of the mining, even with just $500. Now, what what that doesn't show is the exponential effect of things. So as you go along, um, every time you earn some money, you can reinvest it. So we've normally just repurchase. We've had it. You can set it at anywhere from 50% repurchase to 100% repurchase. And if you set it at 100% repurchase, then you're compounding yourself. So the earnings you get, you put back in and you earn more, and so your account grows and compounds itself over the course of time. And maybe we'll see this even more with some of the bigger accounts. But I wanted you to see that, like from October 2014, oh, look, every 2 weeks or a week, or just depending on how it was earning. This is real profits from the company. A certain amount would be put back in, and these are what's called partial shares. So when you set it at 100%, you get these little partial shares, and that's the smartest way. You put every little piece of profit back in and compound it, and it continues to build. So we've look at how this continues to grow, and we've just got earnings and earnings and earnings that are compounding. These are still earning for us and making more money, obviously, over the course of time. So it's a great way to have passive income. Now look, it just continues. It's going to go to 1,000 days, and then a little bit more. So actually, for the first 10 days that you have a fresh investment, so like our latest investment was 0.067. I don't know what that is. That's a small amount of money, but whatever it is, it was put back in and is compounding. So let's just figure out what that is. It's probably a couple of bucks. I can't even think of what. Yeah, $7, right? But $7 is now compounding, and you can see $7. Well, let's see. Just in the last month, I don't know how much we've had in the last month. Let's look at 0.9. So that's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Yeah, I mean all kinds of different amounts there. But let's just figure that's $7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 times, let's say just an average of $7. Yeah, it's about $120, $110, $120, isn't it? In just pure passive income from $500. So that's $120 on a $500 investment in the last month that has now been seeded back in and is compounding. So I'm not trying to scare you with a bunch of mathematics, but I'm trying to get you to see that and look at all these. They're just like clockwork every couple of days, and they're going to be working for us for the next 1,000 days. Those are partial shares working for the next 1,000 days. So that was a $500 one. Now let's look. This one is less than a year ago. So this is July 2nd, 2016. That's when we added a second mining pool, which is the $1,000 pool. And so this has earned a little bit less. I think we took some money out of this actually, but it's it's also earned pretty well. It's been 9 months going, and earned a smaller amount, but it's still building also. So you can see over the course of that time, we're now in March. It hasn't had a lot of opportunity to grow, but March, February, through all those months. So from July, August, September, and it's building. And we actually just got the $2,000 one a month ago. So we bought one of those shares, and it's also got earnings going back in. So let's see. So these would be another. Again, not too much. Sorry, my wife's cooking over there. Total earnings 0.5. Total earnings. So this is, I guess, about a half a Bitcoin. Probably something like that in terms of earnings, and the rest of it's been put back in. What would that be in dollars? Yeah, about $500. So we've already got back, let's say, half of our investment. $1,000. We've earned $500 on it, and but the cool thing is, as I showed you before, for the last 9 months, we've had 120 or so dollars that we haven't earned, we've put back in. So again, it's compounding like crazy. And then the $2,000 one that made this account a founder account, is doing the same thing. So again, on a daily basis, a 0.59, a 0.65, whatever that is. Let's look at that again. These look like small amounts, but they're just, continuing to work for you on a regular basis, and they're compounding for you. Again, so that's, like a $7. So, in the last month, it took 10 days to get this going. So the first earnings weren't even until March the 19th. And that's like 2.5 weeks ago, two weeks ago, basically. So we've had, 7, 14, probably $35 or something like that. That's these little seed capitals going back in. But, I wanted you to see that over the course of time, this is 2.5 years, so that's earned a lot. This is 9 months, and this is like 2 weeks or something like that. And our approach is we're on this one is purely passive income. Now, I did at the same time, like a year ago, on one of our other accounts, I took some money out, and I actually have put that into some other Bitcoin businesses. So I took some earnings out. I think I set it at 50%. Oh, that's the other thing. So on the different size accounts, you can choose how much you want to take out. So on the biggest one, you can set it. You can only reinvest 30%. You do need to reinvest some of it. So one of the requirements in here is that you continue to reinvest. So this is once you start, it's a perpetual income machine. I forgot to tell you that. And that's actually extremely important. So when you start it, it actually will continue to work for you indefinitely, or at least until 2,100 and whatever it is, for the next 110 years or something, until there's no more Bitcoin mining that is possible, okay? And as long as this company continues, you will have a perpetual money machine. But you can set it at 30% for the big one, and I think it's 40% for the next big one, and 50% for the smallest one. That's right. So 50, 40, 30. We just prefer to reinvest all of it because we trust the company. It's been good to us for the 3 years that it's been in operation, and it's earned us good money. I've got another account. I did another video on that, but we've earned 20 Bitcoin in the account, where instead of doing just mining pool 1, 2.5 years ago we did the founders, so we did all 3 of them, and put in $3,500 as founders in October 2014, and that one's earned us 20 Bitcoin. 20 Bitcoin is about $25,000 from a $3,500 investment, and we took some money out of that, so it could have been bigger. So that gives you an idea what is possible. So I'd really encourage you to take a look at the BitClub Network. That's the long and the short of this story. We are building a business. I won't invite you to join this account under my wife, but I've got another one that I would invite you to join and set up your own account and we'd be glad to work with you in the BitClub Network. All right. Thanks for watching this video. Trust it's been useful for you, and we'll do a separate video. We also have some testimonies of the earnings and so forth. So I'll do a series of BitClub Network videos for you guys so that you can see how it's been working for us. Okay? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.